it's Sue. Welcome to the Lenormand Lovers STL, where you can learn how to read Lenormand cards for yourself. They are my favorite oracle card. They're very, very intuitive and incredibly accurate. So this series of videos is going to help you learn how to combine two cards together. And that is the beginning of learning how to read them, read the story that's in them. So you should have originally watched the first video, which is Spirit Vocabulary, where we go through each card and assign a one-word descriptor to the card that resonates for you. I have my own list. You're going to want yours. This series of videos, there should be 36 here, is where we're going to go through the cards and combine them together. We'll start with the Rider card and combine Rider with each of the other 35 cards, coming up with a two-word combination for that match. We'll do that for each of the 36 cards. So if you've already watched this video for another one of the cards, you can just skip in 6 minutes or so and start right in the middle, and it'll address the card that was written on the very front of the video. So all right, we're going to get started with our two card combinations. I'm going to share my screen with you. All righty, what are Lenormand cards? Lenormand cards are named after Mademoiselle Lenormand, a French professional fortune teller of considerable fame who lived during Napoleon's time. Mademoiselle Lenormand is considered to be the greatest cartomancer of all time, highly influential during the wave of French cartomancy that began during the 18th century. She didn't create the cards, but became famous for using them to read for her clients, as will you become famous when you learn how to read the cards. The 36 card deck is simple. It's illustrated with fairly concrete literal meanings and is known as Petit Lenormand. As with all fortune-telling vehicles, these are to be used for fun and as a form of entertainment and are not to rule our lives. We are all born with free will that we need to exercise when making daily decisions. So why Lenormand cards? They're very straightforward. Each symbol represents an object, a person, an idea, and it speaks directly to each one of us. We use our own personal symbol vocabulary or spirit vocabulary to tell the story that shows up in the cards. There are only 36 cards that are anchored in simplicity, making the foundation work to prepare to read the Lenormand cards very easy to grasp. And the deck size is usually small, like a deck of playing cards, and easy to handle. So the benefits of reading Lenormand. Working with the Lenormand cards will strengthen your connection to your intuition. Being so easy to read, Lenormand cards will strengthen your confidence in your reading skills very quickly. They can show you the direction you're heading in any situation, and it's up to you to stay this course or to make changes. The cards serve as a messenger from your higher consciousness. And these cards are eerily accurate and can give you a glimpse of your future, helping you to prepare and manage your life. So here are some resources. There are many different books out there in the marketplace that can help you on your journey to master reading Lenormand cards. And I have chosen to use the following. The book I use is The Essential Lenormand by Rana George. The tools don't get any better than what Rana has listed here in the book. Each card gets 2 to 3 pages of very specific information. There's lots of different card spreads, and it's a wealth of information. So this is the book that I recommend for you. Now the card decks that I use 2. In the videos, I'm going to be using the Dreaming Way Lenormand. I just love these cards. The artwork is amazing, very easy to grasp, very, very pretty. The other deck, well, actually the deck that I learned on is the Blue Owl deck. Very specific back. These are pretty straightforward as well. Like that's a bouquet. Here's an anchor. Very, very straightforward but you can use whatever deck speaks to you. These are always available on Amazon, but you can also check with a local bookstore if you want to support business in your neighborhood. So I studied under a very talented teacher for several years, building my reading skills, and this led to my reading for the public in 2017. Choose what speaks to you from these videos and from the books, and leave the rest. There are no real hard and fast rules. Some decks come with extra cards that reflect a different view of the card. For example, I have a deck where there's 2 men and 2 women. One's a young man, an older man, a young woman, an older woman. One of the decks I have has multiple birds in it. Might be owls versus crows. So pick the card that speaks to you and then leave the other one out. You don't need to have 2 men and 2 women. It'll start getting really, really confusing. Oh, the other resource I'm going to tell you about, so when we did the spirit vocabulary, you came up with your one-word combinations for letters. Not combination, spirit vocabulary. I have put together a whole spirit vocabulary PDF that I am happy to let you download. But I'm telling you, these are my 2-word combinations. So they may not speak to you. You have to have your own. But if your words happen to line up with mine, then you can use it. So anyway, that's down below. You can download that. Alrighty. So there are some previous videos on here, moving through each of the 36 cards. Building your spirit vocabulary is the foundation for reading these cards. There are no set rules, and practice, practice, practice is the key to your experience. So the 2-card combinations, they're read in pairs, coming together to create a prediction that tells the story or answers the question that was asked. Now, learning these 2 cards is just the foundation. From there, we'll add a 3rd card. From there, we'll spring to 5 cards, then to 7 cards, then a 9-card block, then many, many other different layouts, and finally the grand tableau. So there's all kinds of ways to read these cards, but it all hinges on you being able to read, when this card comes up next to this card, this is what it means for me. So the symbols will flow together to give clarity about the past and give a glimpse of the future. Combining cards helps us blend the story of the cards, stringing the cards together to make a coherent statement. So we're going to start by looking at the first card as the subject of the 2-card reading, and the second card as a description that modifies it, or a noun as the first card and the adjective as the second card. So just as a refresher, noun identifies a class of people, places, or things, and the adjective is a word or phrase that describes the noun to modify it. Alrighty, so we're getting ready to start. Alrighty. Don't forget to download your handouts and print out the handout for this exercise. Check your settings before you print, because this is a large 36-page document and you might want to print it double-sided. You can pause the recording and do that now. And then there are links below the video for the Lenormand card combination blank PDF. You'll only need to print this once, and you'll use it for each of the 36 videos. So how to use this handout. We're going to take one word that symbolizes the meaning of each card in the Lenormand deck that you came up with in the exercise of spirit vocabulary. You're going to put that into the printout next to the card it represents in the column marked 1. For example, if we start with writer, you'll list for writer what your word was. For me, it was messenger. So messenger goes in the column 1 all the way down. Then what we're going to do is marry up each of the other 35 cards. So we're going to take writer plus clover. We'll put in what clover means, so lucky, and then we combine them together. We have messenger and lucky. We have a lucky message coming our way. So this will give you your 2-word combinations for each of your cards. I'm going to stop sharing at this time and move on to a different handout. So we've done quite a few of these videos now on spirit vocabulary and two card combinations. So I just want to let you know we're going to start moving quicker through this. So in the previous videos, I've been typing in the two words as we go and then getting the blended meaning. Now I'm just going to insert the completed worksheet that has the two card meanings in it already. So we can go quicker because you know what? We want to move on so that you can learn how to do 3-card readings, 5-card readings, 7-card readings, portrait spreads, and finally the grand tableau. So I'm really excited that you're on this journey with me. So let's get started on the next one. In this video, we're going to do card number 35, which is the anchor. So when you think about the anchor, it's like sailing into a safe harbor, calm waters, dropping your anchor, feeling secure. And that's my interpretation and how I'm going to use this as we marry up the anchor, which each of the other 35 cards. So starting with the rider, which is news, I have also someone coming into your life. I have the destination has arrived. The clover is luck, so I have strong luck. With the ship, it's travel, so I have movement or a long voyage. The house is about your home, so I have a home security system. Number 5 is the tree, which is health. I have strong health. Clouds are about uncertainty and confusion, so I have uncertainty and instability. The snake is about danger and betrayal. So I have that your security is threatened. The coffin is about ending. So security comes to an end. The bouquet is a gift. So secure gift. So it's also about happiness. So that happiness making you feel secure and safe. The scythe is about sharp or sudden. So I have that you're suddenly adrift. Someone cut your anchor and you're not really quite sure where you're heading. You're just drifting. The whip, number 11, is about arguments that are repeated. So I have long-term conflict. The birds is about talking or gossip. So it's also about a couple. So long-term partners or laborious discussions. The child is new or small, so I have small security. The fox is something sneaky, or it could be about a job. So I have actually problems at work. Your job is not feeling safe. Then we have the bear, which is about diet, finance, or business. So I have long-term income. It could be an old business. It could be just a diet that makes you at your best. So a really safe way to eat. The stars, wishes and dreams. So great achievement. The stork is about transition. So I'm seeing this as like career change or a big change in your life. The dog is a loyal friend. So this is a long-term friendship, a very stable friendship. The tower is about corporations, anything multi-level. It can also be isolation up in the tower, but I have federal government. I also have an old bank, but it could also be, maybe you're an introvert and being by yourself is what makes you feel the safest. Now the garden is about a gathering, social networking, and security. So I like a retirement party. The mountain is about obstacles and delays, so I have no movement. We're dead in the water. Crossroads is about choices and options, so I have a work-related decision. It could be any kind of path, your purpose, your passion, choosing what will bring you the most security. Mice, which is about stress or loss or diminishing, so loss of security. The heart is about love. So feeling secure and loved, I have someone who's loyal. The ring is about commitment, so I have a strong commitment. And the book is Secret Knowledge, but it's also about education. So I have work-related studies. The letter is about written communication, so work-related documents, So it can also could be maybe a will. It could be a trust documents that would make you feel secure. The man and the woman, so they are faithful, stable. They could be mentors. The lily is about maturity or tranquility. Could also be about a couple. So I have a mature relationship. Now the sun is about happiness and success. So we have successful achievement. The moon with the being emotions, so emotionally secure. The key is about a solution, and the anchor is really steady, so it's certain success. And the fish is about abundance. So I have wealthy, but it can also be with the fish and the anchor, just nothing more than fishing business or just being out fishing on the weekend. And then the cross is about a burden. So I have that it's a heavy burden, that anchor hanging around your neck. So I'm not going to walk you through each of the rest of the cards on this video. You can do that on your own, which is really a great idea. For you to come up with your spirit vocabulary, one word for each card, and then to marry that one word for each card together to tell the story. Then you'll be able to read intuitively for people because you'll just know. You won't be remembering what I assigned it. You have to have what you know it means for you. So all the handouts are down below in the links. My gift to you will be a full completed combination list for each of the 2 cards. However, you'll garner more success in your readings if you complete the exercise using your own meanings for each symbol. But if you'd like my list, it's down below. So I'm working on videos for 3-card readings, 5-card readings, 7-card readings, the 9-card portrait reading, and eventually the grand tableau. I'd love to do this, and I'm so glad that you're on this journey with me. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please drop me an email at sue@piedpiperofpurpose.com. I won't analyze your reading, but I can help if you're stuck or have a question. In the meantime, I'm so proud of you as you're working to strengthen your intuition. That's what it's all about. This really speaks to me. It's my purpose. I'd love to help you with your purpose, and hopefully it has something to do with strengthening your intuition. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you on the next video.